2005 was a good year for me. A lot of good bands were about at that particular time. It wasn't as good as 2004. 2004 was just, I think it was an amazing year. But 2005, I think it carried pretty well. I think things started to level out a bit as we went 2005, 2006, and 2007. It just kind of dropped off a cliff. but but yeah, let's take a look at some of the honourable mentions, and probably a few of these will probably make your top 10, I'd imagine. Block Party, Silent Alarm, The Ordinary Boys, Brassbound, Gorillaz, Demon Days, Doves, Some Cities, The Wallflowers, Rebel Sweetheart. My top 10, I went out and brought this album, and that's Athlete, Tourists. Standout track, I would say, would be Wires on here. And yeah, I always liked Athlete. So yeah, Athlete, Franz Ferdinand's second album. You Could Have It, so much better. Standout track, of course, would be Do You Want To? Good track by Franz Ferdinand. 8th spot, I would say, have to be Hard-Fi, Stars of CCTV. Middle Eastern Holiday is just a brilliant song. It is brilliant. I love it. So yeah, I can't get enough of that track. And pretty good album. Number 7th spot, Weezer, Make Believe. Stout track, Beverly Hills for me. We Are All on Drugs. Two of the good tracks on the album. And yes, I would say, yeah. It says most important album of their career. Recaptures the naked honesty of Pinkerton and the Blue Album. Beverly Hills is one of Weezer's best ever pop songs. I quite agree. Now we got Velvet Revolver. Yeah, from Slash from Guns N' Roses. Created a band called Velvet Revolver, and had some pretty good hits actually. And yeah, Surrender, No More, Fall to Pieces is brilliant, and this is like a special edition version I have, so it's quite cool to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th spot, Feeder. Yet again, a Feeder album in the top 10. Tumble and Fall, Tender, Pushing the Senses. Great stuff. Great album. 4th spot, this was absolutely a massive album by Nickelback. All the Right Reasons. Plentiful of hits. Yeah, Rockstar, of course, I think was a big number 1, wasn't it? Photograph, If Everyone Cared, Saving Me, and Far Away. All standout tracks on this particular album. Number 3, 3rd spot. This was a huge album from Coldplay, X and Y. Many say it was their best yet. Wasn't for me. Wasn't quite as good as their previous two, but still enjoyed it nonetheless. Such tracks as Fix You, X and Y, Talk, Speed of Sound. Solid album, really is solid album. 3rd spot would be Oasis. Yeah, Oasis yet again make the top 10 for me, and this was a very, very well received album. That being Don't Believe the Truth. Such hits as Layla, The Importance of Being Idle, and Let There Be Love. Track 2, Mucky Fingers, I think is really good as well. Good solid album, this one. Pretty much a must if you're an Oasis fan. So yes, but my number one has to be, and I had to give this some serious thought because it was pretty close from the sort of top three. But my number one would be Kaiser Chiefs, Employment. Just tons of great tracks. Every Day I Love You Less and Less, I Predict a Riot, Modern Way, Na 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 Na, You Can Have It All, Oh My God. Plentiful of big hitters on here, and yeah, it have to be my number one. This for me was like what the Killers did the previous year. They just had a magnificent album, and this kind of followed the same sort of suit in a way. You know, this kind of this new fresh band which just blew everything away. And yeah, so the Kaiser Chiefs and Employment, and that is it. Bit of a shorter video this time. It's had a lot to say in my 2004 video. It was very passionate for me that particular year. So 2005, 2006, yeah, they were good years. But I feel like the best years has kind of passed, and 2007 is just it was quite disappointing for albums, and but it picked up a bit later on in the decade, and we'll take a look at some of those albums later on in the decade. So until next time, everyone, bye for now.